Hi, I'm Ronsard.
And I'm Kalani, and today we'll be doing Logarithms, Chapter 5, 2.2.
In this lesson, we're going to learn what logarithms are, how to find an inverse of an exponential and normal function plus graphing.
We will start off learning the basic terms in this chapter. Okay, what is a base? A base is the lowest part of an equation.
Next up, what is an exponent? An exponent is a quantity representing the power to which a given number or expression is to be raised, usually expressed as a raised symbol beside the number or expression. For example, 3 times 3 is equivalent to 3 to the second power, or 3 times 3 times 3 is also equivalent to 3 to the third power. Here's an example of a base and an exponent. As you can see on the screen, 4 is the base and 3 is the exponent, and is equal to 64. The next term is what is a logarithm. A logarithm is the inverse operation of an exponent function. Lastly, what is an inverse function? An inverse function is a function that undoes the action of another function.
All right. With the vocab out of the way, let's do some problems. Well, math problems. Solving logs. Number 1. Log base 2 32 equals question mark, which is also the same as log 32 divided by log 2 equals question mark. In exponential form, this would be 2 to the question mark, or 2 to the what power, equals 32, which is 2 to the 5th power equals 32. Also, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is the same thing as 32. That's a basic idea that we're going for. So question mark equals 5. Question mark equals 5. Number 2, log of base 2 question mark equals 3, or 2 to the what power equals question mark. Well, that's just 2 times 2 times 2, which equals to 8. So question mark equals 8. Bam. Bam, bam, bam. Number 3. What is the log of 4? Well, as you notice in this one, there is no base. If I could spell it right. No base. There you go. So if there's no base, it's just equals to 10. I don't know who made that rule up, but we'll go with it. Alright, so the equation would be log base 10 to the 4th equals question mark. Well, that's the same thing as log 4 divided by log 10. Well, you can't figure that out in your head, so you gotta get a calculator out. That would be 0.602, and it goes on and on and on and curves around and on to the infinity. How to convert from exponential form to logarithm form. In this case, we have 4 squared equals 16. Well, that's the same thing as log base 4 to the 16 equals 2. Let's do some more problems. For this one, y equals 5 to the x. That would be log base 5 to the y equals x. And for that one would be 7y equals x. And for that one would be log base 8 to the y equals x. And for that one would be log base a to the c equals k. And for that one, it would be a to the k equals c. And for the last one, that would be 1/2 to the n equals k. You kind of get the idea. Boom. We nailed it. Nailed it. How to find an inverse of a function. In this case, we have y equals -2 parentheses x minus 1 squared plus 3. And the first thing you have to think about is switching the x and the y. So the new equation will be x equals -2 y minus 1 squared plus 3. And we're trying to isolate the y, so we'll subtract 3 from both sides. So that would be x minus 3 equals -2 parentheses y minus 1 squared. And then we divide by 2. Divide by 2. So that would be x minus 3 divided by 2 equals y minus 1 squared. And then we square root both sides of the equation to get rid of the squared. And then the new equation would be square root x minus 3 over 2 -2 equals y minus 1. And then we'll add 1 to both sides to leave the y alone. So that would be square root x minus 3 over -2 plus 1 equals to y. There's your inverse. We're finally done. Good job, class. Well, me. How to graph a function and its inverse. We're gonna graph -2 x minus 1 squared plus 3. The only thing you need to know is the number out front compresses or stretches the graph. The number inside the parentheses shifts the graph left or right. And the number out front makes the graph go up or down. So here's how you graph it. You go forward 1, since it's x minus 1, and up 3. You will also need to find the x and y intercepts for a clear graph. Or make a table for the x's and y's. To graph the inverse of the function, you do the opposite of what you did. Instead of going right 1 and up 3, you go right 3 and up 1. And then a table will help you graph it well. Well, that's crappy enough. Let's bring Desmos. Oh yeah.